Guys, Dr. Marr here, and I just wanted to come in today on September 18th, 2013, to do a quick reminder. On the 19th here in the United States, we'll have a full moon, and a lot of energies will be coming in during that time. Also, we have on the 21st the fall equinox, and I believe we'll have 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. So it's a perfect balance. So it would be a good time to focus your intent and your attention towards balancing yourself and all aspects of yourself, maybe even focus on humanity and planet Earth. There's a lot of things happening right now behind the scenes, I'm sure, but it's getting to a point where there's so much information that's going to be coming out that we're just not going to be able to keep up with it all. And it's evident to me right now with my research. And for those who have eyes to see and those who are looking in the right places, you'll see it. I guess it comes down to perspective. I also wanted to remind people to use their discernment because right now, as the balancing occurs over the next few days, the waters are becoming more and more muddy, so to speak. There are people that are pointing fingers at other people and saying that their information is not valid and they're fraud. They are a fraud, or their information is fraudulent. And you know what? You have to use your own discernment. It's unfortunate sometimes that people go out and ridicule other people and point fingers and do the blame game thing, but that's the world we live in. So, if the information is valid to you at your level of awareness and your ascension, then, it's valid. I know that it's interesting that as you ascend in your awareness and your consciousness, you can look back through and, as a reference point, see how much you've grown, and also see how the information is valid at different levels of your own growth and therefore for the rest of humanity. And I always give this analogy of giving a kindergartner trigonometry to solve a problem, for instance, without giving them the basic math. In the universe, that's how it works. It's you have these subtle bits and pieces of information that you acquire and you put together, and once you learn a certain aspect of that consciousness, then you can expand and you can keep growing and keep going. Not everybody wants to do that. Some people just want to stay right where they are. At this particular moment of now, where we're at and where we're going, these energies that are coming in are higher and higher and higher. And many people were contacting me saying about their physical bodies and the fatigue and the tiredness. Other people are saying they're breezing right through this thing. Everybody's experience is their own. You've had your own soul contract. It's important to remember that this is all an illusion, and we've all decided to be here to play this game. And again, we've talked about this also, is like the world is a stage. It's almost like a play, and we are participants or actors, actresses within this play. And the difference is we don't have our consciousness. And it reminds me of, and I think I may have done a video on this before, where Gina Davis, I can't remember the name of that movie now for some reason, but anyway, it shows her being a housewife, and she lost her memory. She didn't know who she was in the past, and she's in the kitchen and she's doing her thing, and next thing she's starting to chop all this the salad up or the tomato, and she throws this tomato up and throws a knife through it, and her husband looks at her real strange, and she's like, I must have been a chef or something like that. And And here it turns out later on, she's a CIA agent and she lost her memory. And I guess I think the Born Identities, they have that same thing. That's basically what's going on with humanity right now. We have this self-imposed amnesia right now, and we're waking up to our truth and to our own abilities if we so choose. And the focus should be within first. Know thyself. There's so many things that you can look back on and be like, that's what that means. And once you can know thyself, balance yourself, and when I say balance yourself, don't allow your emotional part of you to take over and magnify the ego part and the fear factor. And just important to take care of yourself first. Don't be judging others. You don't know where they are. You don't know what their life path was supposed to be. They may be there for your opposition or for you to see where your growth is. There's so many reasons why people do what they do behind the scenes that you're not aware of. And just, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not here to judge anybody. Just maybe a subtle reminder to balance yourself and then possibly focus your intent and your attention towards balancing humanity, because we are all a collective, and also um, help balance the earth. Right now, there's a lot of shifting and turning and energetics that's going on, and weather things that are going on with flooding. And basically, she's kind of shaking off all this lower vibration and cleansing. And that's the process we're going through right now. And again, people have incarnated for the purpose of that experience. So if they're in a flood and they pass away, that was their mission. And who knows why? Maybe it was to help somebody or other people in humanity to wake up. That might have been their purpose. So again, just a friendly reminder to look at yourself, and there are other people that are out there doing other things, and if you see them and it keeps coming into your field, it may be a reflection of you that you need to work on, because we're mirror images of one another. Now's the time for people to start coming online and fulfilling their destiny, fulfilling their contract, if you want to put it that way. We're needed right now. That's why we're here. The best of the best are here. And the light workers that are paving the way, forging ahead, we're starting to see subtle truths come out. There are more and more whistleblowers coming out. I just saw a video of Department of Defense. A gentleman came out and talking about Michael Jackson and his last audio phone call. You could look it up. Again, use your own discernment. Could this be fictitious? It could be. He's claiming that he has lots of information that he's going to put out there by a certain date, the 22nd, 23rd, something like that. It's interesting to me, though, that we're going through these times and these changes and these alignments and, this, the full moon, the fall equinox. And as I'm looking at the whole picture, I'm seeing other things like ISON and, various people coming out and saying that, what, maybe this isn't a comet. Maybe this is something else. And you look back through history at the Sumerians and what they had talked about in the documentation that's there. If you look at it as a doom and gloom scenario, that's what you're going to draw to yourself. To me, I look at it as change, because that's the one constant that's going on in the universe. There's just constant change all the time. And, we're here to make changes and grow and experience. So if you're in the perspective of, change is bad, well, then that's what you're drawing to your field and yourself. If you see that we need this change, we don't need Syria anymore. We don't need these wars. If you look at our growth over the past 5, 10 years, and where humanity is finally standing up and waking up and saying, look, this isn't for us. We're not humanity. We don't want this. Some of the things that we've done has been influenced in certain ways. And again, this is a certain level of awareness. This is probably more of a fourth dimensional. And for those that are understanding what I'm saying right now, this is to you. Other people may be a little bit higher, saying, oh, no, that's not. We did this to ourselves. From a higher perspective, this is all energetic, and we've come here to play the game. So again, it's important to throw in the variable that we're multidimensional beings. And when you get balanced within yourself, you can look at some of these videos and not be emotionally distraught and influenced. It doesn't mean that you're, a callous person or anything like that. It just means that you're in your own balance and you can see things for what they are. Instead of allowing fear and doubt and doom and gloom to affect your field in a negative way that drops you down a vibration. If you find that the information of doom and gloom and nice on, that's all saying bad things, brings you down and causes fear, turn it off. Go to information that makes you feel uplifted. And I think that's about all I need to say today. I mean, again, it's getting more and more challenging for me to discuss certain topics because I'm flipping from dimension to dimension as I'm speaking. And each individual person has to use their own discernment of where they are with their consciousness, their awareness. And again, just a reminder, you don't have to do a guided meditation if you don't want to, but if you like that, hey, do it. I talked to a person yesterday. They were saying about getting into their garden. It puts them in the present moment of now. That is a form of meditation. You're in the present moment of now. You're tapping into Mother Earth. You're pruning. You're doing things for her as you're doing things for yourself and for humanity, for the universe. And we're running out of time here, I see. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too scattered. I didn't really have a plan. I just wanted to come on as a reminder to people to balance yourself, and then that ripples out. So love, light, and laughter to you guys. And